if it was 4 dudes, I'd make fun of him. If a dude got off there, kissed the ground, was like, thank God, and there's a bunch of men clapping for him, like, what the fuck? Now, if they're the engineers, I'm like, that makes sense. That's a big accomplishment. We got 4 chicken heads, like, look what we did.
Chicken heads, bro.
Chicken heads.
It's Gail King.
She's not a chicken head?
They actually should have said The View. They should have done an episode.
Yes,
they should have done an episode of The View from
but
there.
But they can't all fit.
You know,
dude,
and trumpet.
The weight capacity?
One of them's just holding
on. No, there's no weight in space.
Gail doesn't have talent.
Well, she's made a name for herself in the
from Oprah. She's like me.
I don't know enough about Gail King, so whatever. I just know it would be funny if she interviewed.
Gail's the Brian Callen of.
At least Brian has talent. No, she's more like me. If there's no Rogan, I'm fucked. If there's no Oprah, she's fucked.
But she,
you take it.
Well, whatever.
You almost go to space.
She was trying to get. That was their Austin up there.
Yeah.
Would you guys do it? Would you guys do it?
Go up to space?
Yeah. No, they didn't go to space. But would you go as high as they went?
Now?
Yeah, if they called you and Bezos was like, hey, dude, these hoes are over it. They moved on to.
Listen, these hoes are over it, imagine.
It depends on who else is in there, though.
It depends who else is in there, and also I think no.
You 2 and 4 fucking legit astronauts.
Oh,
maybe if it was you, that would be hilarious.
But if it's like legit astronauts,
yeah. But we would imagine how hard we would laugh the whole time.
We just be clowning.
Oh, I don't think you would. I think you guys would be so scared.
I would be scared, but I would
Finally, we're the same weight.
Eric, take us back down, dude. I don't like that.
Farting in
there.
No,
we would be scared. We would be scared.
Oh, yeah, just to see if I can make myself go forward.
Yeah.
Be like this.
You're moving too fast. You're
farting. Propulsion.
And I'd be like, we got to get down. I shit myself. My shit is just like, Chris, look, it's my shit.
God damn it. Dude.
I want to go to space with Chris now.
Bro.
So you guys would do it?
No, I think no.
I'd be scared out of my mind.
Yeah, I would definitely be scared. Definitely be scared. But also probably emotional. Once you got up there, you'd be like, holy shit.
Okay.
Look at the world.
It's round.
Yeah, but you would be like, dude, Calvin and Billy are on that world.
Yeah.
Okay, so Brendan Schaub finally admitting he has no talent and would be nowhere without Joe Rogan. Duh. Is this self-deprecating Bappa era? I love how after he said that, by the way, Chris D'Elia and Eric Griffin had nothing to say. They were like, nah, dude, you really are talented. They're like, yeah, you really would be nowhere without Rogan, and you really do have no talent. And when the hell are you getting off this show? He already said that he's not going to be doing this podcast anymore when he moves to Texas. I thought he moved to Texas. Why is he still here? Go away. No one likes you. Eric and Chris are like, why is he still here? He said he was going to go away. Although, now are they going to have to find a new studio to do the Golden Hour podcast from? Are they going to change the name? I don't know, but I just like the fact that Schaub finally had to admit that he has no talent. He wouldn't be where he was all because of Rogan, which is true. And he throws around Rogan's name everywhere. If you remember from the infamous him and Brian Callen calling up Bobby Lee to threaten him because they had the 300 pages of evidence that Bobby Lee started the Fighter and the Kid subreddit. Their number one threat to him was, we're going to tell Joe Rogan. And then they threatened Bobby Lee's career, and they threatened they were going to get Joe Rogan involved, and Joe had to announce on his podcast he has nothing to do with anything they said. So do you really think that's the first time they ever threw around Joe Rogan's name? Hell, why do you think they're moving to Texas? Rogan's been gone to L.A. for too long. His name don't work around there anymore. They're like, hey, look, B, I can't get a table at my favorite restaurant because Rogan hasn't been here in 5 years. I'm going to have to go down to Austin, B. I need a good table at the restaurant. I'm Joe Rogan's buddy, Brendan Schaub, even though I can't perform at his comedy club. So, I mean, but the fact is, now that you realize that, though, Schaub, why don't you just quit podcasting then? I mean, the inference is, if you're only here because of Rogan and you're already failing massively, I mean, your career is done in this space at least, then why don't you just stop? I mean, he just admitted he's just riding Rogan's coattails. That's why he's following Callen down to Austin. Remember, Brian Callen got a residency to work at the mothership every week. And Schaub is just like, oh, I'm not having another Theo Von situation. I'm following him down there, and we're gonna do the podcast down there. But like, you're following people to do a show. Like, everyone's trying to get away from you, and you just keep bothering them, and you have no talent, which now apparently you're aware of. Well, if you're so aware of it, leave everybody alone and go be just a rich kid. I mean, that's all Schaub is just a rich kid at this point. Spending his dad's money at this point. I mean, you might have banked some at the time when he was successful doing this. I'm not going to lie and say he was never successful doing this. But he got too full of himself, too much ego. He's not funny. He's narcissistic. He's a pathological liar. And he can't deal with the internet. He sued me. He lost. He's still appealing. When he loses the appeal, he's going to try and bring it to the Supreme Court. He still hasn't learned his lesson in any way, shape, or form. In any way, shape, or form, he has not learned his lesson. So even if he's trying to enter a self-deprecation BAPA era, it's not fully going to take, because the dude just doesn't know what he's doing, and he won't just let stuff go. So nobody hit me in the comments of, oh, well, he's learning his lesson and he's self-deprecating and everything. Then I want to hear from my ghost lawyer, or from his lawyer, Justin Bieber's lawyer, they have the same lawyer, that he officially dropped the case. Because that's not the case. The guy won't stop. And he admitted that he has no talent. And he tried trashing, what was it, Gayle King? Saying she has no talent. She has more talent than Schaub does. And she's far more successful than he is. And my God, is this podcast boring. But let me know your thoughts in the comments.